friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natalia Leigh. I'm an indie author and the managing editor at Enchanted Ink Publishing, and today I'm going to attempt to start getting back into Whiskey City, which is the second book in my Pistol Daisy series. If you missed it, I recently proofread Pistol Daisy yet again. I will have that video linked down below. Not only did I do a proofread of Pistol Daisy, but I kind of got you caught up on my writing struggles recently, you know, kind of my ideas moving forward, and essentially this is just my attempt to start writing again and to start learning how to build time and energy into my schedule for my own creative projects. It is Tuesday afternoon. I have finished my editing work for the day, and I am going to go ahead and sit down. I have my little idea book here. I have my laptop, and this morning while I was having coffee, I started looking over my Whiskey City outline. Hey, Bobo. And as it turns out, I have a lot of ideas. I have multiple outlines, and I need to figure out once and for all which direction I want to take this story in. It's been through a few rounds of revision, and I wrote this originally in 2019, which I talk about in that previous video. So I'm definitely rusty when it comes to Whiskey City and what I was trying to do with the story. So my idea and my goal at this point is to take all of those ideas and kind of, not totally set them aside, but, you know, kind of just put them away for now, start fresh, and then as I'm working through yet another outline, you know, potentially pulling ideas from the other outlines that I have, because I do think that at this point, starting fresh with an outline at least would really help me get straight on what my goals are. And the other thing I want to do is get, I know I did this at some point years ago, but I don't know where it is. I want to get kind of like a series outline going so that I generally know where each book needs to start and end to get me where I'm trying to go. So at this point, just trying to get back into the story, start organizing ideas, outlining a little bit, and I'm going to bring you along with me. So I'm here on the couch. Mew and Sasha are here with me. I just poured myself a cup of tea, and yes, Mew, we are going to read through. I think I'm just going to start by reading through my outlines, reading through all my old stuff that I have, and trying to start getting some ideas together. So welcome to what might be an outlining vlog. I'm happy to have you here, and I hope you enjoy the video. I love that you're sitting with me, but I can't really reach anything from here. I can't reach anything. Hello friends, I am checking in. It is Thursday evening. I just got out of the shower. My hair is still quite wet, and I wanted to check in because, one, I started working in my office again today. I have not worked in my office since, sorry, I'm just so distracted with all this wet, tangly hair. I haven't worked in my office since that really bad eye strain and eye fatigue I was having. I think that was this past fall. My eye fatigue was so bad that I couldn't work in here anymore because my monitor was too big. Like my eyes were having to track too far, and there's too much glare because I have a big window, and all these reasons I ended up shifting out to the living room and working primarily in the living room and the kitchen. And I have been out there all winter because this office is so cold. But finally, I decided to start working in here again because, one, working on my laptop in the kitchen has been hurting my back, especially like my upper spine, because I've been having to like look down and like pull my neck forward to work in the kitchen. So I wanted to have my actual nice chair, my dual monitors, my ergonomic keyboard. I wanted to come back in because of that, but also just because I work better in here. I can close the door. I know there's a lot of stuff like everywhere behind me, but I just moved my desk today and I'm kind of in the process of figuring out how I want to redo this office. I needed to move it because the glare on my computer was so bad. But anyway, I wanted to check in because one, I'm working in my office now. I started a new copy edit. I finished that line edit I was working on. I finished the editorial letter today, and I'm going to give it a once over tomorrow and then return everything to the client, which is exciting. And I started a new copy edit. So it's really fun to wrap up a project and start a new one. But also, while I was in the shower, I had what I think is a brilliant idea for Whiskey City, and it solves one of the problems that I came across when I was outlining a couple days ago. So I have a bowl of chili, some leftover chili that I'm gonna have for dinner. I am going to pull up my Whiskey City outline, and I am going to add some of these ideas that I just had while I was in the shower. Also, I want to thank everybody who responded to the post in my community community area. I don't know. I was asking for suggestions for plotting books. I know that that is one of my weaknesses. I can write all day, but it's the plotting that I know I struggle with. So I've been using Save the Cat a lot, and I was asking for recommendations for plotting books, and a lot of you responded. Thank you so much. If you have a recommendation for a plotting book for me that is not Save the Cat, since I already have that, I would love if you would put it in the comments down below. I think I'm gonna hop over to Amazon and, purchase a few plotting books to try to, I don't know, sharpen up my plotting skills, I guess you could say. So let's go ahead and pull up my Whiskey City document and add some of these ideas that I had while I was in the shower. Okay, I've been working for maybe an hour or so. It is 7:30 and I've been listening to the Red Dead Redemption soundtrack, of course. If you guys have spent any time here, you know how much I love that game. And I am really, really excited. I feel like I have put a lot of pieces into place tonight with my outline, not only for Whiskey City, but also for the 4th book in the series. I plan for Pistol Daisy to be a 4-part series, and I sat down the other day, I think I might have mentioned this, and I started putting together outlines for the whole series and the whole arc, and that really helped. Of course, using Save the Cat really helped in terms of understanding how a 1-book arc can be broken down and spread out over a series. So I am putting that together, and I'm really quite excited about what is happening here. Let's see where we're at. In terms of my Pistol Daisy series outline, I only have a couple pages. Essentially what I'm doing right now is for each book, I have a list of the beats that book would fall under in terms of the Save the Cat structure. So Whiskey City, as the 2nd book in a 4-part series, would be the first half of Act 2. So Whiskey City would be the break into Act 2, the B story, and the fun and games. So that just goes to show that Whiskey City, in terms of where it is in the story, I feel that I can really have fun with it. Pistol Daisy, that 1st book, is really Daisy's introduction into the new world, and that book, I didn't necessarily mean to set it up that way, but I think it really does achieve that. It really is Daisy stepping into this new world that's totally different from anything she's ever known or anything she's expected, she ever expected to have to deal with. And at the end of that book, she starts turning into Pistol Daisy. And then kind of transitioning into Whiskey City, she is firmly rooted in that world. And I feel like with Whiskey City, especially it being the break into two, the B story, and the fun and games, I feel like this is the book where I can really explore, you know, the West, and explore why do we enjoy these stories? Why do we enjoy this historical time period? You know, what about the Wild West is so romantic or interesting to us? And I really want to have fun with that and explore that aspect of why so many of us really enjoy this time period, and reading about it and watching movies and shows that are based in this time. So that's pretty cool. And then I already have names and book covers for all 4 books. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but for book 3, that's the second half of Act 2, so we'd be looking at the midpoint, Bad Guys Close In, All Is Lost, and Dark Night of the Soul. So I already know, thanks to this outline now, that book 3 is meant to be a really dark time for Daisy. Like, of course, there are going to be dark times and struggles in all of the books, but book 3 is supposed to really be her hitting rock bottom. And then book 4 is Act 3. So that'll have the break into 3, the finale, and the final image. So that is wrapping everything up. And yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Like I said, it's 7:30. I have been on the computer all day editing and now working on this. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to save everything. But I spelled while wrong. Let's take that random T out of that word. But, you know, I wanted to check in and just let you know that I am really excited about working on this again. And I'm excited because those ideas that I had in the shower, it's funny, like, when I like turn on my Pistol Daisy soundtrack and I just kind of let my mind drift, and it's really exciting how ideas can just click into place. I like heard some lyrics in a song and I realized, oh my gosh, that is the answer to the question that I've been having these past few days. So we are at a good place, and I'm gonna go ahead and put in some eye drops because my eyes are feeling pretty fatigued, and I'm gonna head to bed, and I will catch up with you guys when I am working on this again. Okay, bye. Hello everybody, I am back. It has been a few days, I think quite a few days since I last gave you an update. It is Monday, February 27th. I finished my editing work for today. I am working on a copy edit now. And yeah, I had a great Monday. I got all my work done. I finished up work around 3:30 or 4, and it's now 6:15. I took a little bit of a break. I have dinner going. I'm making wild rice with sweet potatoes. So that's all cooking up. And I have been, if you've been kind of following along with me recently this past year, I have been struggling a little bit with my eye fatigue again. So that, I mean, it really comes at a bad time when I am trying to get back into Whiskey City and writing and working on my own stuff. But it just means that I have to be very intentional with the amount of time that I spend on the screens. So I got my admin work done very efficiently this morning. I got my pages done, and then I took about, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours break before I'm coming back. And I'm just going to work on my Whiskey City outline just a little bit. I had another idea for it this morning while I was listening to my playlist, so I want to go ahead and add that to the outline. And this will probably be my last check-in for this vlog. I really want to just kind of keep you updated and keep these vlogs flowing. I don't want it to take, you know, a month or 6 weeks between vlogs. So even if they are a little bit shorter, I'm just going to try to keep them, you know, rolling. And that also helps me feel motivated, you know, sharing my story and kind of sharing my journey with you. So I'm gonna go ahead and update the outline a little bit. I, of course, have been using Save the Cat. I also went ahead and ordered 7-Figure Fiction. I recently was watching one of Mandy Lynn's videos and she was talking about it, and then from there I saw that a bunch of people have been talking about this book, and I have obviously been under like an editing rock because I have not heard of this book, and it's been out for like 2 years now or something. So I ordered 7-Figure Fiction. I'm really excited about that. That's supposed to be here On Thursday, I went ahead and I got the paperback version because I really like doing like sticky notes and stuff when I'm using reference or craft books. It really just helps my learning process if I have a physical thing in front of me versus an ebook. So even though I have to wait a week for it, I wanted the paperback. So that's on the way. That's going to be here Thursday. Very excited to dive into that book. But let's go ahead and turn on my playlist, pull up my outline, and work a little bit while dinner is cooking. Okay, it is 7:40, so I've been working for a while, probably about an hour and a half. My dinner is ready. It's late for dinner, but my dinner is finally ready. I'm gonna go eat. I feel like I am very close to finalizing the Whiskey City outline. I feel like there are just a few little details that it needs. And with that in mind, I actually went ahead and started working on the outline for book 3. So I started working on book 3's outline because I want to make sure that where I'm going with book 2 and where the journey is taking us makes sense for books 3 and 4. So I am going to wrap it up for now. I'm also going to wrap up this vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to be back in a week or two, and maybe in a week or two I will have maybe I will have started working on Whiskey City again, like actually writing it. Maybe I will be deeper into my book 3 outline. Hopefully I will have that 7-figure fiction book, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, that is going to be it for today's vlog. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.